Yes, Nityanandam, everyone, and welcome back after this powerful darshan, live darshan with Swamiji. All of us have been initiated, and with the power of Swamiji's initiation and by Swamiji's grace, all of us will achieve the complete completion and manifest our authentic identity. This has been the theme today throughout the session, discovering the science of completion and how to create and live the authentic identity that we desire. Now, with Swamiji's blessings, it is going to be it is going to become a reality for all of us. And we are now going to be resuming with our sessions. We have some more time ahead of us. And to start with, first, as usual, we'll be having another round of the power manifestation. As you know, immediately after darshan, we manifest the Shaktis of Paramashiva. And today it is body scanning. And we are really encourage participants to pair up with someone and scan somebody else's body in this round. As you know, with the power of the body scanning through the third eye, we can see anything, whatever goes on in the other person's body or even in ours. And we can see whatever diseases are there, and what is the root. So many times we struggle with some conditions, not able to just find the permanent healing, just not able to get rid of that disease forever. And somebody says, whatever problems or diseases that we have, it should always turn into a power. Being healthy is not just not being sick. We should be radiating enlightenment, radiating bliss and energy. So with this power of the body scan, this is what we are going to be doing. So we invite all of you to team up with someone. You can either manifest this power for somebody around you where you are, or you can call up someone and scan them at a distance. That's also fine. Or if you'd like, you can partner up with someone in the Zoom. And we encourage all of you to take those few steps and sincerely attend this power manifestation. Remember, it is when we decide to manifest the powers that the powerful cognitions become our reality. This is the most powerful way in which we can make everything that we have learned as our experience. So, if you have not done so already, you can team up with someone. And if you need, if you really don't have the possibility to partner with someone, you can scan yourself. You can do body scanning for yourself. And for example, as we said, if you have a specific condition, you can search for the root at the level of the consciousness through the third eye for the complete healing to happen. So we hope that you are all ready to enter into this round of the body scanning. And when you are ready to start, sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. And Luca Brundo is saying need a partner for the power manifestation. If anyone in Zoom is also in need of a partner, you can both team up. And otherwise, you'll be doing a body scanning for yourself if you don't find a partner. I said a few more moments. So remember that all power manifestation happens from the space of oneness. When you remember Swamiji and you surrender yourself, when you surrender yourself to the experience of being Paramashiva, and when you remember yourself as Paramashiva, so take a conscious decision to surrender yourself, drop your identity. Yes, you can do for yourself. That is also fine. You can take a conscious decision to surrender your identity. Sit with your eyes closed for a few moments. Let's create the space before entering into the power manifestation. Remember, as somebody has taught us, before entering into anything, always create the space for it consciously. Because whatever you have inside in your inner space, that is always going to reflect in everything that you do. So take a few moments to unclutch. It's not about trying to do something rather trying to undo. Just be in a space of peace, paramashanta, restfulness, and just be a witness to any thought that you have. You can visualize Swamiji in your inner space. As we have just received Swamiji's darshan, you can visualize Swamiji's form and connect with Bhagavan. Now bring your awareness to the third eye. And through the third eye, just see directly within either your body or your partner's body. And the third eye will directly show you the organs and what is going on inside that person's body. It may even show you certain things connected to that person's mind. Remember, your body itself is your mind, right? So be receptive and recognize whatever Paramashiva, whatever Swamiji is showing you through the third eye. And we'll be now starting the power manifestation. We'll be playing a oneness capsule in the meantime. If you'd like, you can watch it, or you can just be and focusing on visualizing Swamiji inside you, whatever feels comfortable for you. We'll be spending a few minutes and let's manifest this power of the body scanning.
Jalendadaya bayam tarum lingam Ananda nityan tanda Ananda lingam Pini neekum uyir kaakkum ஞான ஒளியாக பூத்த நித்யானந்தன் தந்த உயர்லிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்ய ஆனந்தலிங்கம் அருணயம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்ய ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்ய ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்ய ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கவலைகள் விடி உறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருள் அழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கவலைகள் விடி உறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருள் அழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்ய ஆனந்தலிங்கம் சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்ய ஆனந்தலிங்கம் தவநிலை குயர்த்தும் நித்ய ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் மனிதர்க்கரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதர்க்கரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்திய ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்திய ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்க எங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்க எங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம், ஜோதிலிங்கம், அற்புதலிங்கம், ஞானலிங்கம், நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம்.
நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். அருணாச்சல சிவ சரணம் சரணம், அருணாச்சல சிவ சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். ஆனந்தேஸ்வர சரணம் சரணம், ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். மூலாதார சக்ரே சரணம் சரணம், கணபதி ரூபே சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். ஸ்வாதிஷ்டான சக்ரே சரணம் சரணம், சந்தரூபே மம சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். மணிபுர சக்ரே சரணம் சரணம், சூர்ய ரூபே மம சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். அனஹத சக்ரே சரணம் சரணம், விஷ்ணு ரூபே மம சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். விசுத்தி சக்ரே சரணம் சரணம், சக்தி ரூபே மம சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். ஆல்யா சக்ரே சரணம் சரணம், சிவரூபே மம சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். சஹஸ்ர சக்ரே சரணம் சரணம், நித்யானந்தா சரணம் சரணம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர பாலய மாம். நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர நித்ய நித்யேஸ்வர ஆனந்தேஸ்வர பாலய शिवशक्तिरूपे चरणं चरणं नित्यनित्येश्वर 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 पालय मां नित्यनित्येश्वर.
Yes, you can continue to manifest for a few more minutes. If you want to take some notes, you can also do so in the meantime. And if you have seen already, for example, any disease, any condition, you can request Swamiji to show you deeper levels. You can look for the root, or you can even scan for the solution, for a remedy. The third eye will show you what you can do about it, what you can recommend. Remember that is not a replacement to medicine. We have to give this disclaimer, but you can manifest, you can request for the deeper layers to be revealed. So take a few more minutes, and decide to remember yourself as Paramashiva. Hold that space and see through the third eye. Let's continue for some more time.
Hari charanam charanam nityanityeshwara 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 palaya mam nityanityeshwara nityanityeshwara anandeshwara palaya mam nityananda charanam charanam nityananda charanam charanam nityananda 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 charanam charanam nityanityeshwara 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 palaya mam nityanityeshwara nityanityeshwara anandeshwara palaya mam nityanityeshwara 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 palaya mam nityanityeshwara nityanityeshwara anandeshwara palaya mam nityanandeshwara palaya mam nityanandeshwara palaya mam.
கரம் தாங்கி நித்யன் யுகம் காக்க வந்தான், வரம் தந்து எம்மை வளம் காண செய்தான். உளம் கொண்ட மாறான எண்ணங்கள் நீக்கி என்றும் நித்யானந்தம் கொண்டாடச் செய்தான். சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. மலர்விக்கும் மாற்றங்கள் எந்நாளும் வாழ்வில் செயலாக்கும் சீற்றம் எனும் சக்தி தன்னை மகிழ்வோடு நித்யன் விதை செய்து ஏற்றும் உயர் வாழ்வுதான் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம். சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை உணர்வாலே ஏற்கும் உயர் புத்தி தந்து யுகம் தோறும் மாறாதவை யாவையும் நாம் உணர்வாலே ஏற்கும் உயர் புத்தி தம்மை இனம் கண்டு கொண்டு இறை வாழ்வு காணும் இனம் கண்டு கொண்டு இறை வாழ்வு காணும் நிறைவான காலம் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம் நிறைவான காலம் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம் சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. நிதம் வாழ்வில் மாற்றங்கள் நாம் கண்.
Yes. So you can now share whatever you have seen. If you have manifested this power for a partner, you can share with your partner. And if you have manifested for yourself, you can let us know in the Zoom chat. Even if you have scanned somebody else, you can share your results in the Zoom chat and let us know if you have succeeded in manifesting this power. And you can also request your partner to share their experience and as for yourself as well. See if you witness any change in your inner space, in your body and mind. And keep in mind, whenever you manifest the powers, Swamiji says, the frequency of your integrity raises. So naturally, when that happens, you will see that it becomes so much easier to do the right things in your life. For example, sometimes you'll be struggling to expand or to bring change in your life. And when the frequency of your integrity raises, you'll just find that these things just start happening effortlessly. You start expanding, you start changing the way you live, the way you think, just like that, without any effort, because fundamentally your inner image changes. Many times, we want to be different, we want to be more authentic. Just now we wrote the authentic identity that we want to have, and sometimes you feel that you have to become a different person for all that to happen. That's the whole thing. So when your inner image changes, which happens during this power manifestation, you see that your thoughts naturally change. So as normally as you were a different person before, you are now a different person. And as I said, expansion and everything just happens as a byproduct. If you are struggling to do some things, if you are struggling to be integrated to the main purpose of your life, or to expand, it means that the completion has not happened inside. You are still having some low inner image, because of which you are not able to make that happen. But through the power manifestation, especially, you see that your inner image will change. And naturally, what you feel is impossible or is a big struggle will become just casual for you. You will just start doing things that you previously would have thought were difficult, just casually, just like that. So that's why involve in the power manifestation as much as possible. Someone just says, even if you just sit and play with the power, that itself will do so much good to you. So you can share your power manifestation results, and in the meantime, we'll be starting the next session, which is an exclusive Q&A that has been put together recently, especially for this Paramashivoham program. Swamiji answers variety of questions straight, to the devotees and disciples who are sitting at Swamiji's feet and asking directly. And so let us come to the space of listening and let us see what Swamiji has to reveal in these question and answers.
I'm wondering about your parents allowing you to walk around India alone since at this time you were underage. They did not allow, I just did. What are you talking? Who asked for permission and all? I will not even inform them, I'll run away. Usually I'll run away. When I come back, they are happy that I am there spending few days. Once like this, somewhere I went and I came around 1 o'clock in the night. I used to have one key with myself, the house key. There was two doors. One door is the main door, which will be having this size key. The village houses, if you see, huge teakwood door. And there will be another one, small door, modern door, small key. That small key I'll always have, and that I'll go use the door. One day she asked me, my mother asked, where did you go so late? I said, what, new habit? Asking about my timing and all. Then, the moment my father heard this and he got shaken and said, you know, why are you asking him all these questions? I said, if you don't ask all these things, some more days I can be here. If you ask all these things, that will not be there, that's all. Then, that is the first and last time they asked me. And I used to be like a ghost, ma. No one can stand in front of me or talk, or they can at the most ask for blessing and advice, that's all. Anything else, I'll stare at them. I'll give such a staring, they will have anesthesia. They will have immediately anesthesia, shivering. This program has been simply amazing. I feel reborn. While I feel a sense of calm and confidence of getting back to job and regular life, I am not sure about how I will react to the same old laziness, craziness. Any thoughts, tips on the changes to expect? Today, this is what we are going to do. Today, intense drilling and bolting. Next 3 days, complete unclutching only. Ananda Samadhi process. Means, whatever has happened, bolting it and awakening it more strongly. More deeper churnings and muscle memory. People think if they just buy meat in supermarket are not involved in killing. Even if you buy in the market, you are involved in killing indirectly. Please understand, in Tamil there is a proverb, Kondra Pavamum Tindravanukke. Means the sin of killing goes to the fellow who eats, not to the guy who kills. He kills as a profession. Because you eat, he kills. So, Kondravavamum Tindravanukke. 2-3 things I am very fanatic. This vegetarianism and cutting trees. Trees should not be cut. These 2-3 things I am very fanatic. Arise awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Swami Chinmayananda, set yourself an impossible goal in life, such that the journey becomes the goal. Can how to be the karma yogi and set goals in life? Paramahamsa Nityananda, don't have any goals. Help a brother out here. 2 masters talk about goal setting, but you advise the opposite. Can you help clear the confusion, please? If you ask Vivekananda, please explain, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. What advice you would have given? And by saying, set yourself an impossible goal in life such that the journey becomes the goal. What Chinmayananda means? He again means don't set a goal and live intensely. He means let the life become goal. See, when I say don't set a goal, I am not saying become lazy. Live intensely so that your goals are continuously updated. Intensely when you live, you see, earlier I had the goal 10,000 people will be meditating, levitating for 2012. Just because people all asked something to be told. I said, now I know 20,000 people will be sitting and levitating. I will go on be working, that's all. That 2012, if 20,000 people sit or not, I won't bother at all. And I won't even remember. That is the funny thing. You understand? So the work, let it become that intense, so that the goal is not even remembered. I like to know your birth star, Chitra Nakshatram. my birthday is a big subject. What can I do? In the Indian villages and all, they will take it to schools and they will tell you yourself put some date, that's all. See, how many of Indians here that your date of birth is wrong in the certificate? See, practically 90%. No, really, that's our lifestyle. See, I am like a bhuta ghost. They want to somehow dump me in the school. So my grandfather built that school. So he took me to the headmaster. Headmaster, he comes to the house regularly. He knows, no, I cannot keep him. Grandfather said, no, you have to keep him in the school. Because he only built some portion. And the further portions he has to decide now whether to build or not. So the grandfather and the headmaster has no other go. Then headmaster somehow intelligently come up with a reason. No, he's underage. My father said, you put whatever date you want. And you'll be surprised. Usually they delay the age. Mine they increased. They put 77. And I'm born only in 78. And another one funny thing. When I took birth also, they record only nakshatra and tidhi. They did not record the date of birth. Date. Then my mother's memory. I have to depend on my mother's memory only. My mother says, January 1st, we all went to the temple for darshan. And evening my grandfather brought the prasadam and she ate and she had immediately she felt she is going to deliver. She was taken to the nearby village center. You can't call that as hospital. There is an hospital also in Tirunelveli. Now it has become a big hospital. But in those days it was not like a hospital, like a initial care center. So they took her there and I was born and they brought the baby and mother back home next day morning. That's all. So only astrologers, I just noted, that fellow has noted the nakshatra and tidhi and all that. And that fool did not note down the English date, time and everything. And it's a small slip. You guys know that it will be folded and kept somewhere with a yellow turmeric powder. And when you open it, almost it will be pieces. So that is the way we found. What can we do? This much only information we have. Based on my mother's memory, we celebrate the birthday. What is the difference between Rudraksha and sandalwood mala? It is just energizing, nothing else. Different kind of batteries. But only if you energize it, both are powerful. Otherwise not. If I drink a glass of champagne, New Year's evening, even then healing will be a problem. Okay? There is no time or a date. If you drink champagne, healing will be a problem. You will be spending 1 week after LB in Tirunelveli. Stay in our ashram, go around the hill every day at least once. That's enough. Stay inside, don't talk for the whole 1 week, be in silence. And walk only facing 4 steps. Looking 4 feet. Don't look up. Walk only looking 4 feet. Means with the head down. Walk in silence. Walk like that and go around the hill at least once a day. It will take maybe 5 hours a day. Often I have a hard time understanding concepts you speak about. Does it matter that I don't understand if I am meditating and at least trying? Whatever you can catch it. Otherwise don't bother. The technique will work, technique and the energy will work. That will work. See, sometimes actually I am giving too much technical knowledge. It is not really required. See, the modern day, people have become too hard and too illogically logical. So that is the reason I have to use so much of technical knowledge. These are like a generalizing problem. You see, some of you already the feeling connection is established. So just straight away I can work with you guys. But with some people the feeling connection is not established. So I will have to constantly give a technical knowledge, means logical reason for why you are supposed to do this. Why you are supposed to do that. That takes so much of time and energy. Others feel bored. We know already, why are you asking us to do, why are you telling again and again? Sometimes people feel you are repeating the same thing again and again because people are not listening what to do. I have to repeat because they are not listening. So it's a problem of different background group. See, understand, each session and initiation will become deeper and deeper Because you are getting in tune more and more. You are getting tuned to the experience more and more. That is the way each session will be happening. So if you sit with a deep vidarka, that being physical, see even vidarka word, sometimes you may have your own meanings. Forget about that. Being physical, just being here, that's enough. You will see the deeper and deeper openings start happening. Another one component of Jivan Mukti, being free from memories. Being free from memories is one of the important component of Jivan Mukti. That is why I will be correcting my disciples so thoroughly, so much, as if catching their neck. But I'll never carry that. I never carry. Do not have any, anger or anything. Just living memoryless. Please understand, when I am not saying about Alzheimer's or I am not saying about Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is not memorylessness. It is nothing. It is different. I am not talking about that. Being aware, being control of everything, but not having memories. Not being touched by memories. Not being disturbed by memories. That's what I call free from memories. You see, you have 3-level memories. First, the memory which you handle every day, like your name, your wife's name, your house address, your telephone number, the day-to-day thing, every day which you handle, things which you need to remember every 24 hours, every waking day which you need to remember. This is what we call table memory. Please understand. Things which you need to remember every day, table memory. Things you don't need to remember every day, but which is needed for your life, like maybe you will remember once in 3 months, once in few months. I can say that your car insurance number, or your insurance premium, or your house mortgage number. Not mortgage you have to remember. Of course, even mortgage you won't remember every day. No need. There are things which is needed for, you need to remember to run your life, but no need to remember every day. It is called cupboard memory. I am just classifying for your easy understanding. See, the table memory means the files which are in your table. Cupboard memory means files which are in your cupboard. You can pick up at any time. You can put it back any time, but they are not attended every day. The third is archival memory. Please understand, archival memory is like a completely put in the archives, which can be taken out only by spending a lot of time and remembering it, like a young age memories. Memories of young age and when you were child, or all those memories. They are not needed for your day-to-day life. So they will not be in cupboard. They will be naturally in the archives. Please understand. The memory which is handled every day, it is table memory. The memory which is kept in cupboard, which you can retrieve just by remembering. Just by remembering, you can retrieve. You don't need any special effort. But the archives memory, you need to put effort. You need to sit and remind yourself, remember. With a lot of effort, it's brought back. And there's a 4th level memory, which can be retrieved only by proper techniques, like a past life memory. The past life memory and all. It can be retrieved only by techniques, which is not usually in practice. But this childhood memory and all can be retrieved by putting little time and energy and attention to it. You can trace it back and retrieve. Please understand about these 3 memory first. Table memory, cupboard memory, archive memory. One of the important problem human beings are facing, They need to remember which they do not want to remember. Please understand. The necessity or force to remember which people usually do not want to remember. It's like for example, why do you think a doctor, after spending so much time on his profession, wants to have rest, wants to have vacation? Because he is supposed to remember the things which he does not want to remember. Please understand, I am opening some of the important basics of life. Why really human beings want vacation? Because they need to remember the things which they do not want to remember. In your life, in your profession, the whole society is built in a way where you need to constantly remember the things which you really don't want to remember. Whether you are a lawyer or engineer or doctor, whatever you may be, you need to remember too many things which you do not want to remember. Means you need to live with the archives memory and cupboard memory, putting the whole thing on your table. So table is overflowing. Please understand. Successful doctor means for whom the doctor profession is already a table memory, who is in tune with the whole thing. All of you understand what I am saying? But a person who is doing this profession, because he is forced, he lives on cupboard memory and archives memory on the table. What will happen to his table? Bringing archives memory and cupboard memory to your table is what I call stress. Stress is nothing but force to remember due to fear or greed. Award or punishment. Not avoid, award or punishment. Some way you are forced to remember the memory which is not your table memory, which is not your free flowing, which is not part of you, which is like either from cupboard or from archives. You see, if you bring it from cupboard, you will have stress. If you bring it from archives, you will have psychological disorders. Please understand, this is one of the important thing. In India, ancient times, the masters have tried to create communities based on their table memory. Please understand, if a person's table memory is more power based, is politician, let him rule. If a person's table memory is more enlightenment based, is Brahmana, let him become enlightened and teach. If a person's table memory is more production, producing, then Vaishya, create material and share, create wealth and share wealth. See, those things are all, it's not forced memory at all. See, even though there are some things in the archives which is not forced memory, which will not create vengeance in you. Here I am talking about forced memory. See, sometimes people ask which school you studied. That will neither be in table memory nor be in cupboard memory. It will be in archives memory only. That will not be forced memory. See, there are many things which you dumped into archives. See, by its own existence, if it goes to archives, it's okay. Many things you dumped into archives because you don't want to remember, but you are forced to remember. See, this cupboard memory which I gave and all, these are examples I gave. This process, does it give you pressure which you don't want to do? Then it's table memory. It's just smooth. See, but there are so many things which you do not want to remember. You have to remember because it's your profession. Like software writing, many people go crazy by writing and reading softwares. You see, in the Vedic tradition, people will recite 100,000 slokas. Almost 100,000 slokas one guy will recite. Means what? The amount of, the size of the table. But they never suffer or get stressed. But with you guys, just a small one software writing, enough. You are tired, you are out. forced memory. Samadhi seems to be like a good thing to connect with existence. But the way you were talking about with the yoga and everything makes it seem like a bad thing. How is it? It is not bad thing, ma. See, when I say that body falls into samadhi, it is not like a disease. It was such a joy and ecstasy. Because you have not experienced it, you are saying it's a bad thing. It is not bad thing. Dear Swamiji, you said less thought, more action. But you also said mind is action. Please understand. When I say mind is action, it's more thoughts. That is what I mean. So when I say mind is action, stop it. When I say less action, less thought, again I say stop it. But both places I am saying stop the mind. See, when I say mind is an action, I am saying stop it. When I am saying less thought, more action, again I am saying stop the mind so that less thought, more action will happen through your body. See, less thought and less action is inertness, dullness, dumbness. More thought, more action means restlessness. Less thought, more action is Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment. I keep switching positions and postures during. Will that change the intensity of meditation? It will be good if you freeze the body during meditation. But there are sessions like working on Kundalini. Those moments, automatically body moves perfect. But you moving it because of uncomfort is wrong in all meditation techniques. I practiced heart-centered meditation for many years, so now my awareness automatically is on the heart chakra. I think automatically being on the heart chakra is perfect, ma. But when we work with the different techniques, do not hold on to that itself. Just go ahead with the whole process. You are not able to do that breathing. Try actually centering on the heart will help you do this. Because both are from Zen. See, heart centering and this being physical, both are from Zen tradition. It will only complement each other. Start. What's the difference between neti and kudarka, negating logic? See, in neti, you will not have hatred towards what you reject. For example, this is not Atman. This is not consciousness. This is not soul. This is not Brahman. But I do not have hatred for any of this. You understand? So then when I negate, then naturally I come to my body. Hey, this is not God. Forget about it, because it can disappear in few hundred years. And then mind, no, this is not God, because it can change any moment. Then I go to buddhi. No, even this is not God, because it can disappear maybe in few thousand years, if it was there. And then slowly, we negate. Ultimately, the energy which negates, that itself will disappear. That is a superconscious experience. When you experience that, suddenly you will realize whatever you negated, all put together is God. That will be the experience. So when you negate, you do not hate. But kudarka brings hatred. See, if it is just a negation, it is perfect and it will lead you to enlightenment. I can say in a way, these guys who have this feeling connection, their path becomes a lot more easy. The things which happens becomes easy. But it is not basic necessity for enlightenment. But if you have the hatred, nothing can be done. If you have the kudarka, then doors are closed. Even though I experienced the great truths through the Vedic tradition, through the techniques, I accept the sanctity and uniqueness of all religions, which leads to enlightenment. Please understand? All traditions, all religions carries the sacred sentiments which leads to enlightenment. So I accept everything, I respect everything. So I have no problem with any other tradition. Only Vedic tradition has boldness to say, Ekam Sat Vibra Bahuda Vadanti. So, truth is one. Sages, people who experienced, call it in many names, different paths, different techniques, different methods. And finally, we are very clear, each tradition is sacred and unique. Understand? I am not saying all religions are equal. I am saying all religions are unique. and sacred. Unique and sacred. I'll tell you the exact science behind this question. See, any decision you make, you reduce the choice. The next decision you make, you reduce choice. The next decision you make, reduce choice. It's like a going back increases more choices. See, for example, whether to be a male or female, and the moment you decide, you reduced many choices. Whether to be in India or USA, the moment you made the choice, you reduced other many choices. See, before you took birth, you had billions and billions and billions of possibility. You think, oh God, it will be a drama. Great fun to go and be in a place where I have billion choice. But the moment you chose male body, the billion has become million. The moment you chose the country, the million has become lakh. The moment you chose the language, the lakh has become 10,000. The moment you chose the profession, the 10,000 has become 1,000. The moment you chose the wife or husband, the 1,000 has become 1. Now you are in a mess. You see, when you decided to land, you are in freedom, billions. When you are landed, you are caught with one wife or one husband. So now you are saying, why did I land up in this mess? Why did I end up in this big drama? What happened? Where did I land? Why did I do? You see, when you decided to land, you did not have this problem. Choices makes the bondage. All of you understand? Choices make the bondage. So getting back, this getting back is what I call unclutching. So when you get back, the more choices, you just live in ecstasy. Understand? If you understand this one click, you will feel liberated this moment. This one click. It's a choice which brings choicelessness. All your choicelessness is because of your choices. The choices which you made leads you to the choicelessness. So if you are stuck without choices, be very clear, you chose it. You chose it. You did the choice. You have chosen it. See, if you are being aware of the mistakes you did, create too much of suffering in you. So at least let us forget about the mistake which we did. Constantly being aware of the mistakes you made, too much of torture. So you feel, let's keep everything aside. You are in a constant state of turiya. Even when you talk with us, how is that different from samadhi? That is samadhi, that is turiya. The turiya is the samadhi state. With that, if the body is able to move, that is a sahaja samadhi. Without coming down from that state, the body is able to move. The muscles have prepared, evolved to that level. It can just balance and move without bringing that consciousness down to the down level. I was asking yesterday when I was supposed to drop thoughts, I did not have thoughts almost 90% of the time. Why? All other times I usually have a lot of thoughts. See, the lot of thoughts are there because you are not aware. Even the little awareness I want to drop as reduce those thoughts. Means you are almost on the verge. If you can retain this awareness and break it even the 10%, remaining 10%, you can just live, carry on.
Yes, so what a wonderful video. Multiple question answers with it. I hope all of you have enjoyed the questions because it very types of questions were asked, and especially Swamiji started with some question where there Swamiji told that he's very fanatic about vegetarianism and and not cutting the trees. So if someone not cutting trees and vegetarian, these two he's very much fanatic about. And then he explores about the one question was asked about his birthday. Well, like what is his birthday? So he says that because he's born in Indian village and it's quite common in Indian villages that random birth dates are put, and and he explored about the details of the stories of how it went. So and then he enters into one of the important questions about the memories, the table memory, the Goda memory, and the archives memory. So, as Swami says, the Vedic civilization was made in a way that is based on the table memory. You don't have to force yourself to remember. Not like nowadays when most of the profession is actually uh, ask you to remember the memory. So it's basically a forced memory. That is why so much of stress, so much of pressure people are going through, so much of depression people are going through. And Vedic civilization, people will remember thousands of verses, but without stress, because these are based on the table memories. It's not the force memories. And then Swamiji enters, and there was a question or asked about the whether just now that's Sahaja Samadhi. So when Swamiji is there in the Turiya, and even then when body is moving, then it is a sahaja samadhi. When the samadhi has uh, he is in samadhi, but body is also in samadhi, and he is moving the body continuously, being in the state of the super consciousness.
Yes, and another uh, very powerful revelation that Swamiji made towards the end that I really related with is how when you're saying, the present state that we have, and if we feel bound, for example, in our present situation, be it relationship or be it professional, Swamiji says it is because of the previous choices that we made. And then, if we feel bound that we are not, our freedom has been reduced, and we may not find the fulfillment or the bliss that we expected at the beginning. So what is the solution? We feel stuck. We feel that obviously we can't go back in time. We can't change those things completely. We can't completely change our relationship, family, work, and just restart the whole thing as if nothing happened. But Swami just says there is a solution. Just unclutch. Literally, if you just sit and practice unclutching, you will free your inner space from that bondage that is created by those choices that you made in the past. And what will happen when the unclutching becomes more and more intense? You will even gain the ability to completely change all the situations. You will really see that happening. If any of you feel that you wish that you could just change everything, and you're just looking outside and thinking, what could I do? What it's too much of a change, too many big decisions I should have to take. Just drop the whole thing and decide to unclutch without even any strategy in mind, not trying to change things, not trying to do anything. Just drop everything and unclutch. You will see that when your inner space is freed from all these things, even that will start shifting without even any action from your side. Everything around you will start shifting because fundamentally everything is created from inside. So I think it's a very powerful understanding that we can reflect upon, all of us, the power of unclutching to change even what we feel is completely stuck in our lives. So with these beautiful revelations from Swamiji, let's get back now to our completion process. We've had very entertaining time with this Q&A session with Swamiji, and now let us again dig deep into this completion process that we have started. And now we have already written the authentic identity that we want to have. We have written the inauthentic identity that we are having. And now we'll be looking more deeper into the genesis of identity. How much ever we hear about it, this is one of the most important steps that all of us need to spend time on. If I tell you, genesis of identity, and you should just have a completely clear picture of the incidents that have occurred in your life, especially the early childhood, how your root pattern was created, what it is exactly, how it has reproduced itself until right now, how all the incompletions and struggles that you face are the byproducts of this root pattern. You need to have a completely clear understanding of all this. Then you will really gain the ability to complete and change the whole thing. So now this is what we will be looking into, the genesis of identity, further understandings on this topic. And of course, after this video segment, we'll be taking time to internalize and apply this to our individual situations.
The first session is Genesis of Identity, understanding what you perceive as your identity. What you feel as you is too important, because only from what you feel as you start developing second person and third person of your life. Understand? Aligning, understanding, aligning and understanding your first person, second person and third person, and experiencing completion. And experiencing completion. Understand? Wherever you are not aligning, you are only maligning the reality. Either you align or malign. There cannot be any neutral. Either you align or malign. There cannot be any other reality. Aligning. If you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. Understand? If you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. Aligning and understanding the first person, second person, third person of your life. Who is the first person of your life? What you perceive as you. Who is the second person of your life? What you perceive as others. Who is the third person of your life? Whatever you perceive as you and others, and what you perceive as others, they and their others. Listen. Whatever you perceive as you is your first person. Whatever you perceive as others is your second person. Whatever you perceive as your second person's first person's and second person is your third person. Just put little attention, you will catch how the whole thought current, which is torturing you from day and night, which you really want to get rid. You and your thinking as love-hate relationship. You can neither be without that, nor be living with it. almost like spouse. Neither be without it, nor be with it. Even if there are 10,000 more rules with sannyas, it is much better to live with sannyas. Listen. When I look inside me, my inner image, I see a vast, powerful space of Purnatva, complete completion, or Sunyatva, emptiness, living emptiness. You can call that as a soul, God, energy, Mahadeva, whatever. A complete space. That's the exact inner image I am carrying. Outer image. Listen. Outer image. How I project myself. I am projecting myself as a being to transmit that experience to all of you. You can call us an enlightened master or a teacher or an incarnation, whatever way you want. You can give any title. I am a being to transmit that experience. That's my outer image. Declared outer image. Others' image. Listen, others' image. I may declare that I am here to transmit this enlightenment experience to you, but people expect that I should heal their physical pain, mental pain. I should bless them for wealth. I should bless them for a healing relationship, peace, bliss, contentment, completion. See, the other's image, what people perceive from me and expect from me, maybe it is different than what I declare, but even then I am responsible. Because whatever they expect is within the purview of my declaration. Please understand. When I say I am here to transmit that experience to you, to give that experience to you, I have to give you at least 1000 volt spiritual energy. But to clear your cancer or headache, I need to give only 0.5 volt energy. So if you expect me to heal your physical problems, I am responsible for it because that falls in the purview of my declaration. Anything which can be done by the transmission of energy and experience of enlightenment, the side effect, after effect, byproduct of transmission of energy, you have a right to expect from me because that comes within the purview of my declaration. It is my responsibility to fulfill it. Only if you expect that I should win the World Cup, playing the football match, I am not responsible for it because that doesn't come under my declaration, the purview of my declaration. But anything you expect in the line of physical health, mental health, complete relationships, wealth, fulfillment, completion, enlightenment, I am responsible for it. Either I have to give you that, If you are not ready to receive, I have to prepare you and give you that. But till you achieve it, I am responsible. This is what is taking responsibility for others' image. And the life image, the image I have about life and others, the whole world is here to celebrate this joy with me, to celebrate this bliss with me, to celebrate this completion with me. That's all. So understand, now you also look in and find out the inner image you have, outer image you project, others' image you created, for which you are responsible, and life image you are having about life and others. Pen down exactly what you have. Then we will find out the root cause of all the problems you have in your life. Then we will build the right inner image, outer image, life image, others' image. Come on. First, let's spend little time in finding the inner image you are having, outer image you are having, others' image you are having, life image you are having, without editing. Please start penning down. So understand, the exact inner identity, outer identity, and the gap between the inner identity and the outer identity. And what you want others to experience, feel about you, and what you feel about others. There is always a big gap between these two. You want everyone to feel about you as a loving, caring, trusting, blissful, joyful person. But you believe, you think about everybody as crooked, cunning, cheats, bunch of thieves. Now you need to know the gap between your inner identity and outer identity. That gap is neither good nor bad. Same way, the gap between what you want others to feel about you and what you feel about others. This gap also is neither good nor bad. If both these gaps makes you powerless, both of them are bad. If they does not make you powerless and you know how to play with that, then it is not bad. Sometimes it is good. Some of the very powerful, the most powerful strategies which Krishna did to protect dharma are done from that space where other person can't even understand with what kind of a logic you are functioning. Other person can't even understand, you can never understand with what kind of a dharma Krishna is functioning. You can never understand. But he is the most dharmic being. Because the gap between inner identity, outer identity has not put him in powerless space. SDHD, self-doubt, hatred, denial. When he was running away from Jarasandha, I can be 100% sure he would have had a cup of coffee or a coke and chatting with his Sakhis, if not flirting, in his chariot. He would not have had a single moment of powerlessness. But if he has seen some enemy spy, immediately he would have shown the face as if he is afraid, frightened, running away. He knows how to play the game with. Because even the inner identity, outer identity, the life image and others' image, even that has become like a nail and hair for him with which he can do makeup, whatever he wants and play with it. He knows how to show them, showcase them and use them, play with them. So understand, not to fall into any powerlessness by these four identities and the gaps between them is completion. Today I am going to lead you guys for that only. Today I am leading you guys to that level of completion. People come and ask me, oh Swamiji, I have this big low self-esteem, low inner image. How can I drop this? I have so much of SDHD. All of them have power over you because still you believe your future is going to be with them. I'll show you your future is going to be with Sadashiva. When you know you do not need beggar identity for your future is going to be Yuvaraja identity. It will not take more than 2-3 seconds to make that old identity redundant, irrelevant. I'll show you. Your future is going to be with Sadashivatva, manifesting powers. Being the Yuvaraja of Nityananda. Prince of the cosmos. Yuvaraja of eternal bliss. I am the minister touching your feet and saying, you are being called to be king. Understand. You need to understand only one thing. Your future is going to be with a higher identity. All this old identity, powerlessness, SDHD, GDHD, SSDHD means, SDHD means self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. GDHD means guru doubt, guru hatred, guru denial. Now when you have SDHD, you will have GDHD. When you can't trust you, you won't trust me. SDHD, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. SDHD leads to GDHD. Means guru doubt, guru hatred, guru denial. Which naturally makes you do SSDHD. Means Sadashiva doubt, Sadashiva hatred and Sadashiva denial. SDHD leads to GDHD, leads to SSDHD. Understand? The moment you understand your future is going to be with only powers as king, not as king, as king, not all the time as king. No, the prince, it only took 2-3 seconds for him to shift from as king to as king. From as king to as king. It took only 2-3 seconds. If you know your future is going to be manifesting Sadashivatva, suddenly you will see all your old SDHD, GDHD, SSDHD, all of that will become redundant. All of that becomes redundant. All of that does not have any more power over you, does not have any more say over you, does not have any more hold over you. Other than being ferocious with your incompletions and being brutal with your SDHD, nothing else is required. Go on manifesting powers. Go on manifesting powers. I'm with you. And you are all really new species. Formally, officially, I declare everyone here as new species, pioneers of new beings. Planet Earth is having a very big positive breakthrough, a positive push. We are not over-imagining. We are actually under-imagining. I bless everyone here. Radiate Sadashivoham. As Sadashiva, living energy, living representative and living Sadashiva. I bless you all to radiate Sadashivatva in all its manifestations, powers, state, experience, in everything. In everything, let everyone here radiate Sadashivoham. 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 It is not only my blessings, it's my commitment. I'll make every one of you manifest Sadashivatva. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saiva Sadashivoham.
So, what a wonderful video where Swamiji clearly described about the genesis of identity. The first person, second person, third person. What do you feel about yourself? The first person. What you feel about others? Second person. And he told about the third person when he catch it. So now, after that, Swamiji described about his inner image, outer image, others image, and life image. Swamiji clearly told like what he feel about himself. Uh, a vast Paramashanta, where it's in full complete completion. That is his inner image. Outer image, a being who is radiating experience, wants to give the experience to others. Others image, though he is here to, he is a being who wants to give the experience to of enlightenment to others, but others may be coming for other purposes, like healing headache, having some cure for some disease. But because this falls in the purview of his declaration, so he has to fulfill, he takes the responsibility to fulfill these also. But if you ask for something different, like winning the World Cup, that doesn't fall under his purview of declaration. And Swamiji's life image. Life is celebration, auspiciousness. So now, based on this, as Swamiji's inner image, outer image, others image, and life image, we'll be entering into the internalization exercise. Well, you'll be contemplating, digging into yourself, into your inner image, your outer image, others image, and life image.
Yes, so we'll be coming back to the exercise that we did earlier in the day on our 4 images on the genesis of identity. And what you feel as you, as Swamiji explained, is too important, because only from that image, what you feel about you start uh, developing the second person and the third person of your life. How you perceive others, how you perceive the world, it is strongly influenced by the way you perceive yourself. And now, again, if you need more time to describe what you perceive as your first person, you, and what you perceive as others, which means, so the first is I, and the second, what you perceive as others, is you, and then what you perceive at the third person, which is the world, others. So this will be the present image, the inauthentic identity that you have. Now, why do we come back to that? Because you see, at some point, like when you start, you'll be having a kind of a vague idea, like you'll be using certain words that that come to you to describe what it is. But for completion to happen, you need that kind of a clarity as to use the right words with a very precise understanding. So that is very important for the completion to happen. So the more you look in and the more you do the completion, the more you relieve, and you did this reliving process in your inner space, then the understanding that you have will also change. I think we explained this maybe earlier in the day, how, for example, you have an incident. Each time you relive it in your inner space, your understanding will get upgraded, updated. And if you had a negative perception at the start, you'll be left finally with a liberated perception. And not only that, but even your factual understanding about what happened will improve, will become more precise. And keep in mind, the real goal that you should have is the root pattern. You need to find, and you need to identify and properly name in a word the root pattern that you have. If you could put it in just one word, if you had to describe your root pattern in just one word, what would that be? So the more you do this exercise, the more you'll come to that level of clarity, until one day, yes, it will just click that, yes, this is my root pattern. This is the incident I already knew, but now I have the exact word to describe the root pattern that I have. So that is why let's spend more time looking into this genesis of identity. And I really strongly recommend all the participants to continue, even after this session or after this Paramashivoham, until you are able to very clearly pinpoint your root pattern, to continue with consistency to do this completion process, so that you can find and you can complete the root pattern itself. And then you will really experience your authentic identity. You will just become that, to not be a struggle anymore. So we'll be showing the assignment. Let's continue with our completion process. And once again, you'll be describing the three, as I said, the three persons of your life. But I also feel, as Swamiji always says, the most important is the inner image. You need to really Yes, you need to work more on the inner image because that's what we said even in the at the start of this exercise. Finally, the perception that you have about others, um, let's say that for example, although let's say that you feel others are here to cheat you, for example, or and about your perception about the world. Let's say that you feel that the world is a very, let's say, unsafe place, for example. So these two, yes, you need to understand and complete about these two, but they are rooted in the inner image, which is the image that you have about yourself. So that's why it's important that you spend more time on the inner image. That is what I was saying about the root pattern, finding the exact word to understand and to name your root pattern so that you can do the completion at this level. That is what you need to spend more time on. Okay. So let's start. If you have any question, you can let us know anytime. You can drop a message in the Zoom chat and let us continue this completion process. Yes, let's start. Yes. So if you have, you should have been writing down the different images, maybe focusing on the inner image. So now make sure to also start reliving or continue to relive the incidents. Natarala Priya is saying, I think people in this world are greedy, selfish, appear human on the outside, but have demons inside. Okay, so are you able to trace what is the inner image that is connected to this? So that is good. It means that you are able to understand what is the image you have about others. So now, even this perception that you have about others, it is also rooted in an inner image that you have. So it's like literally, if the inner image you have changes, even the perception you have about other people will change. So you can see more deeper here if you are able to find what is the inner image, and if you pinpoint the incident when in your life you started having this cognition, and then now we're going to be doing the completion process. Relive that incident in your inner space multiple times until you feel completely liberated from that. Okay, so remember, reliving means like you once again you become that person again, you go through all the emotions and you forget who you are in the present. You literally become that person exactly how you were in the past. Okay, hope that you're understanding. If you have any more doubt or anything to share, you can do so. Even for the other the other participants, hope that you're able to come closer to the understanding of the root pattern and continue to see. Even if you feel that you're not having complete clarity, like if you're understanding some aspect of it but maybe not able to like immediately find the right word and all that, that is fine. Just continue to do the reliving process. When you come to more and more completion about it, then your inner space will become more free. When it becomes more free, then you'll have more clarity, more understanding, then you can do more completion, and like this, you can move closer and closer from identifying and completing with the root pattern when you progress further. Welcome, my friend. Good to know that this is helping you. So continue the completion process. We have a few more minutes now. You can continue the completion process from wherever you are. So some of you may need to spend more time on the images. Some of you may want to focus on the completion. So wherever you are now, you can continue for a few more minutes. Yes. It is now time. We conclude this completion exercise. We hope that you were able to experience the completion, to gain more understanding about yourself, the root pattern, and see now your completion is going to have many two levels. One is what we just did, which is going towards the root pattern and becoming more and more clear about it and completing with it. And the other one is completing with everything that has been built on top, means more recent incidents. And sometimes like how much ever you want to complete with a root pattern, if you feel that there's some more recent incident that is just there in your inner space that needs to be completed, so that is going to be the second aspect of it, where you just continue to do completion with whatever you need, so that your inner space is becoming more and more free, you feel more and more liberated, and side by side you'll be continuously targeting the root pattern. So I really advise, Swamiji used to say, every night before going to sleep, do the completion. So if you can all take that as a practice as much as you can every day, possibly in the night just before going to sleep, sit few minutes with yourself and continue your completion process, so that every day you will be making progress until at some point you will just understand it, you will have the clarity, because the root pattern is fundamentally the main theme that is recurring throughout the painful incidents of your life. And even if you feel that it's difficult to understand the earliest incidents of your life, you can use more recent incidents also, since you have a more clear memory and understanding of it, so that you can clearly understand and pen down what is the inner image you have, what is how is the whole thing happening. Okay. So with this, we conclude today's sessions of Paramashivoham, and we hope that you are able to, move forward in this process of completion, understand how to do it, so that you'll be able to continue this process on your own. After that, of course, if you have any question, anything to ask anytime, feel free to ask us, and we'll be there to guide you. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, the theme will be wealth, how to manifest wealth.
Yes, so we'll be starting the day with the Nityananda Yoga 308 asana sequence. So, and as the day will be on wealth. And Swami says wealth is not just the money, wealth is actually an extension of you. And there are various dimensions of wealth. Money is just one aspect of it. This includes the relationship, the health, wealth, and various other deeper dimensions of you, what you hold, the cognitions that you hold inside. So we'll be going through the elaborate sessions on wealth, and wherever you are stuck in, why you are not able to manifest wealth, if you're not able to, if you are stuck somewhere, we'll be uh, digging deep into that situations, that incidents where you are stuck in, why you're not able to manifest wealth, and the possibility. Many times people don't even see the possibility, but possibility actually exists. So what are the binding thought currents, binding cognitions that is binding you, not which is not able to manifest wealth in your life? So we'll be covering those everything, and tomorrow of course will be a special darshan for Krishna Janmashtami, and that is going to be a beautiful and awesome darshan that Swamiji will be giving, because it's Krishna darshan basically, and Krishna, who is the completion, he's the complete incarnation of all times, complete in every aspect of life a person can imagine. Especially people relate to him for love, relationship, but he's a complete incarnation in every aspect of it, and even in wealth, he's a complete completion in that aspect as well. So I request and invite all the people, and also invite your friends and families for this special darshan that is going to happening tomorrow for Krishna Janmashtami on this auspicious occasion. And of course, we'll be having this wealth sessions tomorrow. So I hope join back tomorrow. Now we'll be finishing this today's day 4 of Paramashivoham Level-1 with the Poon Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagavashre Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you.
Thank you, Nityanandam.
शिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानन्द परमशिवो